While many feel that the worst is over as far as the COVID-19 pandemic is concerned, medical experts are saying that booster vaccine shots are more necessary now than ever. Let's take you to Dr Boitumelo Semete-Makokotlela, the CEO of the South African Health Products Association. Good evening to you, and thank you so much for your time. You know, we seem to find ourselves in a very strange place right now because last year this time there was still very much a scramble to get enough vaccines into the country. We now not only have enough supply, but we run the risk of some vaccines expiring without being used.
Yeah, no, thank you for that comment. So when one looks at the level of vaccination in the country, it has indeed plateaued. And so hence there's been a lot of efforts to encourage the public to be vaccinated, because when these vaccines were approved and then procured, there was a certain number that was targeted. However, we continue to encourage the public to take the vaccines. And from a SAHPRA perspective, we also continue to communicate, and we had a webinar yesterday where we were talking around the safety of these vaccines, that based on the information that we have today, we still are of the view that the benefit of taking these vaccines continues to far outweigh the risk of any very rare side effects.
When you look at the take-up and some of the difficulties that are being faced, how do you think that this is going to influence the ordering of vaccines going forward?
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't speak to that because as SAHPRA, we don't get involved in the procurement of the vaccine. So you would have to direct that question to the Department of Health.
Let's speak then about the boosters and why SAHPRA is encouraging people to go and get booster shots.
Sorry, can you just say that question again, please?
I was saying let's speak about the booster shots that are available and why SAHPRA believes that they're critical to this stage of the pandemic.
Sure. So, I mean, some of the data that we have seen, particularly in those countries that have got very advanced rollout of the vaccines, is that with all of these vaccines, in essence, you do have waning of immunity and therefore the protection. So based on that data, there has then been, submissions made to us as the regulator that demonstrates that there is a need for boosters to be offered. However, while we consider that data, what's also apparent is that these vaccines remain to be effective against the variants of concern. And so it really is to address the issue of the waning immunity. And that's the critical element that these boosters are tackling, particularly in those vulnerable populations.
All right. Dr Boitumelo Semete-Makokotlela is the CEO of SAHPRA. We'll have to leave it there. Unfortunately, not great audio quality to her tonight, and I do apologize for that.